Hey Scorpio, it's Ria with your monthly forecast for February 2025. Keep on watching to find out how you'll be impacted and what major changes will be occurring.
Scorpio rising. Let's just dive straight into it, okay? Because February is a month of preparation until we get into the big one, March. So let's kick off with February the 4th, when we have the planet of love and relationships, Venus, move into Aries. It's going to move into your sixth house that rules over work, health, wellness, and also your routine and how you are of service to others. So when Venus is here, she can find pleasure in this area of life, and this is an area of life where she can bring her creative flair as well. So you can find work to be more pleasurable, or you can find just like your creativity influencing your work, or even finding pleasure in taking care of your mind, body, soul, and spirit, or doing something that is of service to others. The only thing here is that Venus will go retrograde in March. So throughout February, as we build up to March, you may find some retrograde themes come up where you have to kind of like reanalyze work life or mind, body, soul, and spirit, or even like your creativity. So the best way of navigating through this is journaling how you're feeling from as soon as February begins and Venus enters Aries, and if anything comes up. And also if anything comes up regarding your relationships, whether that's relationships at work, whether that's actual personal relationships, monitor them. Anything comes up, write them down and track them, because when March arrives and we have Venus going retrograde in Aries, there could be some things that come up and you have to kind of like reanalyze, revisit, or restructure, reorganize. That could be regarding your relationships, or even like your creativity, or even self-worth, or regarding sixth house issues as well. So that's Venus in Aries for you. On the same day, Jupiter will go direct in Gemini, which is currently in your 8th house. So in the last couple of months, any lessons you've been having to figure out, or anything you've had to kind of transform regarding your 8th house, regarding shared finances, resources, intimacies, the psyche, spiritual healing, this is a time now where you're moving forward, okay? This life, oh my goodness, I was meant to say this area of life, but okay, this path that you're currently on, this trajectory that you're currently on, you are moving forward with Jupiter's energy. And with the 8th house, it's a very psychically magnetizing area of life. So with Jupiter here, you can definitely magnetize what you desire into your life. So just be very careful, cautious, and conscious of what you're actually putting your focus into, and what does your heart actually desire, and what's actually good for you, okay? Because it's a very abundant manifestational energy. Now let's move on to February the 7th, because we have this rare alignment that's occurring, and that's between the North Node and Neptune. The North Node is in Pisces, and it will be in a conjunction with its ruler, Neptune. To me, that is rare, okay? Because you got the destiny point, the energy we're moving forward into, right next to the ruler of its sign. And with this energy, it's going to be impacting your 5th house. You got a lot of 5th house stuff going on. Currently speaking, I mean, as soon as you even enter February, you got Venus in your 5th house, you got Saturn, Neptune, and the North Node. So there's a lot of emphasis in this area of life. This is the area of life that rules over joy, creativity, romance, dating. This is the inner child. So it's a very happy area of life. With Saturn in the mix, this may be kind of making you be more realistic and remove rose-tinted glasses and kind of shatter any type of like illusions. With a North Node and Neptune in a conjunction, this is going to amplify your creative ability, okay? This is going to enhance your creative abilities. And it's a great time to channel that creativity and make things happen with it, because this is a rare alignment. And when there's so much creative energy at your disposal and available to you so abundantly, it would be a shame not to work with it. I mean, you're a water sign, so water gets water, and you're so creative and intuitive, and there's so much creative gifts and abilities you just naturally have, and this configuration and alignment is just going to amplify that even more, okay? On the shadow side, it can bring confusion, it can bring lack of clarity, it can bring deceit or even illusions that could even manifest collectively as well. But in the positive, it's gonna bring so much creativity in your life where you might find so much joy and pleasure in really working with it and working with your artistic gifts that you have in this lifetime. So that's a beautiful energy that's going to be occurring. Now let's get into what's going to be occurring on February the 12th, because we got a full moon in Leo at 24 degrees. This full moon is going to be impacting both your 4th and 10th house. Okay, the sun's going to be in Aquarius in your 4th house, and the moon is going to be in your 10th house of career, goals, and ambition. So full moons are a culmination point. This is when the energy is at its all-time high, and it's waiting for something to change, shift, for a release to occur. What's a trigger point in this full moon energy is that Uranus, the planet of change, which is currently in your opposite sign in Taurus, will be in a T-square with a full moon. So it's going to be triggering these areas of life. And because a full moon is in Leo, there is going to be some sort of shift or change regarding career goals and ambitions. Perhaps you've been working hard towards something, especially achieving a certain goal or ambition, and during this time, something shifts, something changes. It could be something that happens very just out of the blue, and what you've been working towards really pays off. That could be a positive manifestation. Another manifestation of this could be where the stubborn side or the fixated sign of both the Leo energy, the Aquarius energy, and also being a Scorpio, you may not adapt very easily to the change that is kind of pushing you. And that may be difficult or a challenge that you have to overcome or navigate. But regardless, these triggers, these changes occur for a reason, and we have to surrender to them when they are there for our evolution, for us to move forward in life. But you can expect some change regarding your home life, family life, and career goals and ambitions, especially if you have any planets in the fixed signs close to 24 degrees. Now let's move on to the Piscean energy again, February the 14th and February the 18th. We're going to have Mercury that enters Pisces on the 14th and the Sun that enters Pisces on the 18th, impacting your 5th house. So again, this emphasizes on what I've already told you, and that's about joy, happiness, pleasure, creativity, romance, dating. You can be really romantic during this time, really express yourself through communication. Maybe you're just really into writing or even journaling or music, anything that expresses how you feel, anything that brings the imagination alive. Now, what I didn't mention regarding the Neptune and North Node conjunction is you got to be wary of all this Piscean energy that can sometimes make you want to drift away into la la land or escapism. Sometimes there's so much pleasure here where it does kind of pull you away to this other realm, and you got to have both feet on this earthly realm that you are currently experiencing, okay? That's something to be really mindful of. Sometimes when there's a lot of energy occurring in one area of life, you got to look at what you need to balance you out. So that would be the Virgo energy of applying practicality and logic as well, and also having a very strong grounding practice. But when I say there is so much creativity available for you, Scorpio, like there's so much, it's in the best house it could currently be at, okay? So it's at your disposal, it's waiting for you to channel it, and you can create so much like magic, like so much art and beauty from this. Let's move on to February the 23rd. We're going to have Mars that goes direct in Cancer at 17 degrees. So this is going to be impacting your 9th house. So any lessons, any shadows that you've been working through, anything that you've had to kind of like reanalyze, restructure, re-strategize. Well, now this energy is moving forward. It's in your 9th house of travel, of higher learning, education, spiritual beliefs and philosophies. So if you've been wanting to travel, but you've been held back due to this retrograde energy, well, now it's moving forward, okay? So expect changes to occur. Last but not least, February the 27th, we have a new moon in Pisces at 9 degrees, again impacting your 5th house. This could bring changes or new developments, a new cycle, a new chapter regarding yes, your creativity, yes, your self-expression, yes, what you do for joy and leisure, but also relationships. It doesn't have to be like a serious relationship or a long-term relationship. It could just be like meeting somebody new or just dating or, forming a close bond with somebody during this time. So that could be quite a possibility as well. So Scorpio rising, we're preparing in February. Take it easy. Enjoy all that abundant Piscean energy that is available to you. Enjoy it. Really make the most out of it, because when March comes, it's gonna be wild. There's so much going on, okay? So Scorpio rising, take care, and I'll catch you soon.
If you enjoyed this video and you want to see your monthly horoscope for March, because March is a major month. There's an eclipse, there's a Venus retrograde, it's the beginning of the astrological new year. There's so many changes occurring. So if you want to see your monthly forecast for March, let me know by giving this video a thumbs up or leaving me a comment. And if you want to go deeper and learn more about your chart and what's in store for you in the next coming year, let me know by checking out my booking website, and I'll see you very soon. Lots of love.